guys, it's Mrs. Doriso. We are talking today about complementary and supplementary angles. The first thing is just to note the key ideas. Complementary angles are two angles that add up to 90 degrees. So what you see in this first example is you see two angles, a 30 degree and a 60 degree. They are not actually connected, but if you add them together, they add up to 90 degrees. So they are complementary angles. In the next one, you see supplementary angles. They don't have to necessarily be connected or adjacent, but as long as the measures add up to 180 degrees, then they are supplementary. And certainly in that second image, angles 3 and 4 are adjacent. They form a straight angle, and they are supplementary. So their sum is 180 degrees. In our first example, we are trying to prove if the angles are complementary or supplementary or neither. So I'm looking at example A, and I see a 70 degree angle, and I see an 110 degree angle. So let's go ahead and add those up. 70 plus 110 equals 180 degrees. So these are supplementary. Make sure you're filling that out in your notes. Let's look at angles 41 and 49, or example B. We see a right angle, or we assume that's a right angle, and so if those are complementary, then they will add up to 90 degrees. So let's check. 41 plus 49. Pen isn't working very well. Okay, equals 90 degrees. So these are definitely complementary. Let's look at that last example, or example C. It looks to me like those two angles form a little bit more than a straight angle, or they're going to be a little bit larger than a supplementary, but let's double check. We have 128, sometimes you can write it this way, plus 62, that's fine, and we're going to add them. So these two angles add up to 190 degrees, which is too big. So these are neither. In this last set of problems, we are trying to solve for x. In letter A, we see that two angles are complementary. That means they add up to 90 degrees. So let's go ahead and set up an equation. 4x plus 36 equals 90 degrees. This is a two-step equation. We want to get x by itself. Let's start by subtracting 36 from both sides. If I'm going too fast, you guys can pause the video. So 4x equals 54. And the next thing we need to do is isolate x by dividing by 4 on both sides. Okay, x equals 13.5. Now I just used a calculator on that. You can do the same. So we know what x is, and that's all we were asked to find, but what if, because some of these are your questions from the book, they were to then ask you what is the value of the missing angle? Well, we know that one of them is 36. So if we know that x equals 13.5, we can say 13.5 times 4, because it says that this missing angle here is 4 times x. So let's go ahead and multiply. Okay, and I move my decimal one place. So this means that this missing angle has to be 54 degrees. We can verify 54 plus 36 should be 90. If we did our math right, and it is. So we just checked our problem too. We know that we got it right. Okay, last example that I'm going to do with you is letter B. Those are supplementary. If you have a hard time remembering whether supplementary means the 90 degree or the 180 degree, you can think of the fact that supplementary starts with an S, and two angles that are supplementary form a straight angle. So they both start with S. Let's go ahead and set this equation up. X plus x minus 4 is going to add up to 180 degrees. So we don't have anything to distribute in front of the parenthesis. All we can do is just get rid of the parentheses. So this is 2x minus 4 equals 180. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Okay, that goes away. We have 2x equals 184. Divide by 2, and I get 92. So x equals 92. Again, if they were to ask us, well, okay, now that x equals 92, what are the values of the angles? This would have to be 92 then, and this would have to be 92 minus 4, or 86. I'm sorry, 88. Let's go ahead and check to make sure that those two do add up to 180. 92 plus 88 is 180. So we also checked our answer, and it is correct. These last two I would like you to do on your own. Once you're done with them, I would like you to show them to me, find the value of x, and for one of them, I don't care which one, I would like you to find the values of the angles as well. Okay, so both of them find x, one of them pick to find the values of the angles as well. So you're plugging in what you find for x. All right, good luck.